Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day, that is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and also Shalom to the hopeful elect that is also laboring this work, that's giving you due diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith, truth, sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, "With Violence, Babylon Will Be Taken Down." Now, of course, true to form, if the Spirit has it to where I change the title of the video, I'm going to move according to the Spirit, as we always do. Now, in this video, basically going to be going over the subject of how Babylon the Great, which is known as America, because these people that are here today, they don't understand that America plays a prominent role in prophecy, because America has been foretold within the scriptures, because the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the scriptures speak about him as being him that was, him that is, and him that is to come, roughly paraphrasing. All right. So if he were to come in the future, then America would have to be a part of that prophecy. America would have to be here. So the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he wasn't going to leave America out of the scriptures. All right. He's left no stone unturned. Because you have guys that try to say that, Babylon has already been destroyed, or Babylon is somewhere else in another part of the world, which that's completely false, because with the destruction of Babylon, that's when the nation of Israel is to be delivered. All right, because at the same time, while Babylon is being destroyed, the nation of Israel is going to be brought back to the land of Israel. The nation of Israel is going to be delivered out of the captivity of Babylon, which is the city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, pursuant to Revelations. I believe it's Revelation. I believe it's near the 11th chapter. But again, going back to the topic, is that with violence, Babylon is going to be thrown down, because this place America is going to be taken out by violence. All right, it's not going to be a peaceful transition into the kingdom of the Most High, because right now what you're witnessing is a transferring of powers. Because the powers that be that are ruling today is Edom, the nation of Edom, which that is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. That's the power that is ruling over the planet Earth. All right, which is on the left-hand side, because the power that Edom or Esau gets is from the left-hand side. It's from Satan. That's why this whole society that you see today is overran with wickedness. But the powers that are to come, which is the transition from wickedness to righteousness, the powers to come is the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is going to be done through the nation of Israel, which consists primarily of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And also you have others who are of the nation of Israel that are scattered abroad amongst the nations whose lines go back to Jacob. All right, known as the confusion of face. So again, when all these things come to pass, when America is finally destroyed, that will be the time to where the whole earth will be at rest. We're not going to have to worry about, if we're going to live the next day, or have to worry about, getting up to go to work just to put FRNs in your pocket. You don't have to worry, look over your shoulder, or worry that a cop may pull you over, or have to worry about what's in your food, what you're eating, what you're drinking, the air that you're breathing. You don't have to worry about all that, man. When the kingdom is established, that's when we're really gonna rest. All right, because in this captivity that we're in right now here in Babylon, which is America, there is no rest. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read Revelations, the 18th chapter. It's Revelation chapter 18, and I'm gonna start at verse 21. It says, "And the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all." Right, and that millstone is representing Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai, I'm trying to remember who did the videos. I believe it was the Apostle Elders that went into this. That the first great millstone really is Yahweh Shai. All right, and like the Apostles and Elders, a great millstone of our camp, I always say. But they always, they tell us of how Great Millstone was formed and how it got the name, because they didn't sit in a corner or in a basement somewhere and thought about how to name the camp. That was through the Spirit. The name Great Millstone was given to us through the Spirit. Because why? Because our camp, Great Millstone, brings out the 100% truth. All right. And Great Millstone, we don't hold punches, man. We don't spare feelings. And that's really, the Lord honors that, because the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, is not a respecter of persons. If somebody goes off, then you got to rebuke them, man. All right? Rebuke them with the scriptures. All right? Because we don't govern our camp through feelings. All right? We don't operate on our emotions. We operate through the scriptures, and that's how Yahweh Shai wanted it to be. Okay. So again, that great millstone which was cast into the sea. All right, that's Yahweh Shai crashing or making his way to America. All right, because if you could go into the scriptures, I believe it's the previous chapter, which is Revelations, the 17th chapter. I believe it's very near the last verse. I think it's the second to last verse. It says the sea is the people. All right. So when the scriptures go into that great millstone being cast into the sea, that means when the Lord Yahweh Shai returns, he's not only going to destroy Babylon the Great, but he's also going to destroy the inhabitants of Babylon. All right. That includes the 2/3. That includes the Edomites. That includes the other nations that are here. So everyone that is not right, or should I say everyone that's not in the tabernacle of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, they're going to get taken out, man. Point blank, period. The Lord's not going to spare any person that is outside the temple. All right, outside the house of David. Okay. But I'm going to move on from there, because another instrument of the Lord's work that the Lord's going to use to destroy Babylon is going to be by way of the ICBM thermonuclear missiles. Because not only Yahweh Shai is going to return and completely destroy this place, but he's also causing these other nations to come together to go against Babylon the Great, which to go against America to destroy it. All right? Because it's going to get to a point in time to where there's going to be no holds barred. And then they're going to just find a resolution and just say, you know what, we're just going to bomb America. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. And Russia's going to spearhead that. Okay? They're known as, in the scriptures, as the Medes, The Medes, which is within the Gog and the land of Magog, pursuant to Ezekiel the 38th chapter. And this is a part of it which I'm about to read, which is Jeremiah the 50th chapter. And this is at the start of the 8th verse. It says, "Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country." All right. Now, when the scriptures speak about the north country, which if you go geographically, if you go into the map of the Middle East, the so-called Middle East, you have the land of Israel, which is centered right in the center. All right. The southernmost part will be what the scholars call Mesopotamia. All right, which is a little bit further west, not west, a little bit further east, southeast, and then southwest would be Africa. You'll be going into Africa. All right, but the northern part of that region is where the land of the Medes are. That's where you have the land of the Gog and the land of Magog. All right, I believe it was known as not Media, but Media, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember the name of it, or the name of the land. I believe it's Media. So to the north of that region is where you have the Medes, and the ones that reside there today are the Russians. All right, that's why that whole region to the north is known as Russia. Okay. So again, it says, "For all our cause to come up against Babylon, an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." Now, this is not literally talking about arrows. All right. You can't destroy a whole land with arrows. Okay. The only weapon that's here on the planet Earth today, in which this is future prophecy. So the only technology that's able to do that is what? The thermonuclear missiles. That's able to destroy a land and the people that reside in the land. Okay? So reading on, it says, "And Chaldea shall be a spoil," right? Which Babylon is also known as the land of the Chaldeans, all right? Or Chaldea. It says, "And Chaldea shall be a spoil," and the word Chaldea means magician, a trickster, all right, deceiver. Okay, that's why really the modern day Chaldeans, they are the higher ups of Esau, the higher ups of Edom, because they're the ones that have spearheaded the falsehood that has been pushed here in America and also other parts of the world through this Western philosophy. Okay. Read verse 10 again. It says, "And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai." So all these different nations are going to be satisfied at the spoiling of Babylon, man. All right. It's going to be a good thing that Babylon or America is taken off the face of the earth, and rightfully so, man. All right, because these other nations are getting tired of America's bullshit. I mean, you see what goes on in the world of the geopolitics, and America is being looked at as a laughingstock, man. Okay, that's why America really slowly but surely is losing its grip over the whole entire planet Earth, in which again, that's going to lead up to war, man. It's going to be a matter of time before they're just going to say, you know what, we're just going to pull the trigger. All right, because what else do you have left other than words and warnings. So when somebody doesn't heed your warning or hears your words, guess what? You got to take action, and that's what's going to happen. All right. So Esau is going to take action that day, and it's going to cause an all-out war. Okay. But it's like I want to go from there. I want to grab the next precept, which is actually in the next chapter. Jeremiah chapter 51. This is, let me go down a little bit. All right, Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'm going to start at verse, I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. It's like, I'm going to read that again. Verse 11 said, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. Right, so there it is again, like I mentioned earlier, about the Medes. So, again, the modern day Medes are the Russians. Okay? Like the scriptures say, he shall gather himself nations out of the north country. All right? Which again, that north country is what? Russia. Okay? It says, for his device is against Babylon. And that's right, man. The Lord's device is against Babylon. So the device of the Lord is the thermonuclear missiles. All right, that's the device that the Lord's going to use to completely destroy this place. Okay? It says, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. So it's his vengeance, all right, against Babylon. And also as well, it says the vengeance of his temple. So not only Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is looking for revenge, but also his men, they're also looking for revenge, man. So we here at Great Millstone, we're looking for our vengeance to be taken out on Babylon, man. All right? Because with each passing day that we have to be here in America, that just builds up our anger. All right? Each minute and each second that we're here in Babylon is a constant eyesore, man. It irks us every single time that we're in America. And then you got guys that say, well, why don't you leave America? Well, no matter where you go, man, you're still under the captivity of Esau, man. All right? You're still labeled an American no matter where you go. All right? And not only that, just to go deeper, you could be anywhere in the world, and Esau would have his foot in that region. All right? So there's no escape, man. Okay? Reading on, it says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai has both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. So not only did the Lord speak of these things concerning Babylon, but he has also done these things. And this is past tense. So not in our time, but the Lord's already did it, man. All right? The Lord has already performed that which he had devised against Babylon, and now we're just playing it out in our lives today, man. Because remember, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai dwells outside the realm of time. All right? Read, I believe it's 2 Peter, if I'm not mistaken. It says, a day to us is 1,000 years to the Lord. Okay? So, and also the Lord, Yahweh, the Most High, doesn't have a beginning or an end. That's why he's known as the Ancient of Days, because he doesn't have a beginning or an end. So he dwells outside the realm of time. So the thing that which he have devised against Babylon, he's already performed that. Okay. And that's it on that. I want to go ahead and grab Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 13. And this is at verse 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." So again, the Medes, all right, which if you read throughout the Old Testament, and not only just the Old Testament, it's also spoken about concerning the destruction of Babylon also in the New Testament. So as you read throughout the scriptures, you come to find out that it repeats itself over and over again about the Medes, about the North Country, about the arrows, about the destruction of Babylon. And I believe I may mention that in another video where it says, look, the Lord always has a way to make sure that he tells you that America's going to be destroyed. So scriptures speak about something, and then the Lord just says, oh, and by the way, Babylon's going to be destroyed. So the Lord reiterates this over and over and over again, that the Babylon's going to be destroyed. So you know this is a prominent prophecy that is going to be fulfilled. Okay. Verse 18, it says their bows, see, I mentioned it before, the arrows, right? It says their bows shall also dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, right? So it's going to be no children, no woman with child. No, there's going to be no sparing in that day, man. There's going to be no pity shown to them, man. Why? Because those are the same ones that fought against Jerusalem. So what does the Lord have need for the ones that are in opposition against them, man? The Lord's going to clean house in that day, man. This is serious. Okay. Verse 19, it says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency," right? The Esau's baby, as we always say at our camp here in Birmingham. Esau's baby, Esau's excellency and pride and joy, right? It says the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So the way that Sodom and Gomorrah went out was by fire and brimstone. And that's the same way that America's going to get taken out, by fire and brimstone. It's going to be by way of missiles. Okay? Verse 20, "It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." Right? So America's going to be completely decimated, and its economy is going to be nowhere to be found. Okay? So I'm going from there. Get the last scripture. Book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour out upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." That's right, man. So the Lord's determination is to gather the nations. All right. So the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is determined. He's dead set to gather the nations for the next coming war. All right. That's why if you go into the book of Revelation, it speaks about Armageddon, because the word Armageddon in the Hebrew means Armageddon in the ancient Hebrew, which means mountain of troops. Okay, which also is found in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is known as in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment, because that there is where the Lord is gathering the nations for this next coming war, the war to end all wars, right? So that he'll be able to pour upon the heathen and also America and the Edomites pour upon them his fierce indignation. Okay? And it says, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of his jealousy. Okay? Because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is jealous over Israel. All right? He wants full, what he wants is full worship, man. All right? So whenever he sees something else being glorified or something else that's being uplifted here on the planet Earth, he gets jealous, man. He's known as a jealous power. So what do you think he's going to do? He's going to, whatever is being lifted up in this current society, in this current earth, the current world, Slakia, he's going to take it down. He's going to devour it with the fire of his jealousy. Okay? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule very well to this very day. Also, shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect that is laboring his labor of love, to spread his ministry and his gospel to the other members of the hopeful elect in faith, in truth, in sincerity, and all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.